Yo, it's your boy, Skinny PP. Today, we're diving into the world of rainbow trout. You ever heard of them? I have. They're cool fish. Now that the intro's out of the way, open a beer, pop in a Zen, grab your homie's ass. I don't know. Do what you want. But we're going to get right into it. So, fun fact number one, the rainbow trout got its name rainbow trout because it looks like a rainbow. Wow, intelligent, right? No, not just that, but it really does look like a rainbow. Look, it's basically a holographic Pokemon card. It has greens, yellows, pinks, blues, silvers, and it's shiny too. Fishy puns. Bet you weren't expecting that. So these trout are actually really organized and gifted, amazingly gifted at putting outfits together. You could say they're fashionistas of the underwater world. I will be having the suicide hotline number on the screen now, just in case that joke was just that bad. Habitat and diet, in that order. Now, rainbow trout are native to North America, but they've since been introduced all over the world, with the exception, of course, being Antarctica. They thrive in cold, clear waters. However, a subspecies of these fish, called the steelhead, migrate to the ocean and back to spawn. Now, normally these fish, they like to eat insects, small fish, crawdads, other crustaceans, but it's really not uncommon for them to eat the occasional marshmallow or, I don't know, anything else you could throw in the water that might, float. They like to get things at the top of the water, is what I'm getting at. They'll also eat small frogs, Doritos, mammals, what have you. Now, rainbow trout are pretty good at jumping for a freshwater fish. Like, have you ever seen one leap out of the water? It's kind of impressive. They jump pretty high and they can get some pretty significant air. Now, I've never seen this personally, but according to California Department of Fish and Wildlife, they can jump up to 10 feet out of the water. Unfortunately, though, they are also incredibly racist. Despite, the name being rainbow trout, they're not as progressive as you may think. A little piece of information about rainbow trout in terms of the sporting community. They're probably, or at least where I live, the most abundant game fish around. Like, it's insane. You can go to any body of water, especially if it's a stocked lake, and there will be rainbow trout in there. Like, 9 out of 10 times. There'll be those rare times that you won't find water with rainbow trout, but typically they'll have something else. And with that, they have seemingly infinite baits and lures that could be effective on them. Power bait, you have, regular bass type lures. My personal favorite being the inline spinner. They're my favorite because there's not a predatory fish that doesn't go after an inline spinner if you get one big enough. I've caught bass on them, I've caught bluegill on them, rainbow trout, obviously, other trout. My 3 favorite brands are Panther Martins, Meps, and Blue Fox. I think Blue Fox is owned by Rapala, or maybe Rapala's an umbrella company. I honestly couldn't tell you, but I know that there's some sort of a fox on there. If you're catching stocked rainbow trout, I mentioned it earlier, but power bait, they only really go after power bait. This is because they're gay. Well, that's about all I got here on the rainbow trout. Until next time, when I talk about some other fish. Don't know what kind of fish that's going to be. Maybe it's going to be the bass, I don't know.